Hey guys, Bragan here. Some of you guys also may know me as Zell, but my real life name is Bragan. Um, I wanted to talk to you guys about a game a friend and I have been working on. So I have a friend of mine named Tyler. We have been a duo group of compassionate want-to-be game developers. We've been doing a few little ideas. We've been watching tutorials. We've done a little bit of practicing here or there, but we've never actually gotten serious enough that we wanted to make something. Because we've been procrastinating. We've been procrastinating a lot, and we've had these ideas for some years now. And we're only recently, like these past 3 to 4 days, like actually working harder on it, like keeping like to the point that we're actually holding each other accountable. We're like, hey, get to work on it. And I'm like, hey, get to work on it. He's like, hey, get to work on it. So anyway, just want to let you guys know that we are working with the Unity engine for our game. And the game of ours is called Weep in Blood. Let's go and test it out. Now, what you see here, this is not going to be in the game, the final game. Everything you see here, the stickman, the textures, the background, the blocks, the animation of the stickman, that's all gonna not be in the game. This is just for testing. What I want you guys to look at is actually that look at how fast he's moving. Don't worry about how he's moving. Like don't worry about what his arms and legs are doing. Don't worry about the animation. Just look at how fast he's moving and the jumping. And now look at the camera change here. Ooh, camera change. But look at the jumping. Don't worry about what he looks like when he's jumping. Just like the height and the arc and the speed he's at. And of course can fall. That is all we have that we want in the regular game. Like that's what we were doing this test for, was actually trying out movement mechanics. Uh, your character will be able to fight, will take damage, will be capable of dying, will be able to crouch and whatnot. We gather a lot of inspiration from two amazing games, Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Hollow Knight. Some of you guys may have played that game. So, it's just me moving him around like that, making him spaz out. So, uh, we've been working on this game for a while, for just 2 days, like the actual bigger project of things, like the actual mechanics. I have some things put aside that may or may not even get into the game, but it's called Weep in Blood. Again, this title is I've mentioned it before. I've never heard of a game called Weep in Blood, so I figured it's a safe title to use. Um, and I really wanted Weep in Blood because it's like the game is supposed to be a dark story of a game. It's a very dark universe. There's a lot of bloody, nasty monsters and disturbing enemies, and I really wanted it to feel like the monsters are scary, not jump scary. Like they're not gonna jump scary. They're just kind of they're gross or disturbing, or it's just like, or there's some part of you that says, "Wow, that enemy's messed up." Uh, we have a theme for the game. If it bleeds, you can kill it. So any enemy that has blood particles coming off of it when you attack it, it means you can kill it. And what we're doing is everything that moves in the game towards you is an enemy. That's the idea. Everything that bleeds that you attack you can kill. Um, it's just a funny rule. It's not like an actual rule. It's just something to go by because, well, weep in blood. So, and the reason for our title, Weep in Blood, is because it will be a sort of a sad story from the protagonist's perspective. And because blood is a very heavy theme in this game. Like, symbolically and like literally, physically, literally. Lots of blood. So there's symbolic and literal meanings for blood. And the character is someone who will really struggle in this game. She is very powerful. She's capable of battling the monsters you're up against. but she has her own dark side of her story. Um, last thing, things to tell you is that that's all I needed to show you was the mechanics. That's what we're now working on the game, and we're actually hoping to put out more videos showing you more that we worked on. So like maybe the next video I'll actually have the sprite character done for the movement, so you actually see something other than a stickman. Or maybe you'll actually, we'll actually have like other people test this, to show examples. Might even have like my brother and my buddy Tyler like in the same call as we're testing it out, and they can comment on what we've been working on. But other than that, I want you guys to comment on what you think of the name of the game, the idea of it being a darker story, and the movement you see here. Obviously, there's no combat yet because we'll be implementing enemies at a certain test phase. Um, Combat and enemies. Right now, it's just movement and jumping is what we've been working on because we wanted to get the mechanics down first because I feel like mechanics always make the game the best. Art can do the game justice as well, but for a game like this, mechanics need to come first, and then the art can be the blanket over it. The blood, you know, the art is the makeup, while the mechanics is the actual person. The main character is named Diana. If what you guys think of the name, we chose a name because she will have she does have a bigger name, a different name that has Diana in it, but we shortened it to Diana. But let me know what you guys think of the movement, of the name Diana, of the game title Weep in Blood. We'll be working on more things, HUD, UI. We'll just be working on more. We'll actually be working on a demo, a playable demo too. We'll be working on music. Uh, before I end the video, just let me know what you guys think, good and bad. But before I end the video, obviously we're using the Unity engine. We're using a couple of programs. I do not know exactly what my friend Tyler is using. I'll probably ask him. He's probably using one or two programs for scripting, because I am working on the art of the game. He is working on the programming side of the game, but he's also going to help with the music. Um, so to put the whole game together, we have the Unity engine. To create the artwork, to create the textures and the sprites, I am using GIMP, an editor just like Photoshop and Paint and whatever. I am also using for sound. Well, Tyler and I, we're both gonna make sounds of enemies and the music. We're both gonna work together on that. LMMS is something that creates sounds and music, and you can create your soundtracks. And then you have Audacity, so you can record sounds and fine tune them, including the music we put. So we can put music, but maybe it doesn't sound completely right, but it sounds pretty good. We can make a song, like a tune for that goes on a loop for a certain level in a game, and fine tune it with Audacity. So that's something if any of you guys plan to make your own games or join other game developers. But just so you know, if you guys are expecting a demo, it will not be out until 2 to 3 months from now, because we're going to be putting a date that we kind of have to hold ourselves accountable for. And we talked about how lengthy the demo will be, and 2 to 3 months is not out of this world to complete it. It's actually quite possible. We just got to get serious and bug each other about getting on it. Obviously, there's some days that we have to take breaks because depression is a real thing. Sometimes you got to take me time, us time, or whatever you want to call it. I'm rambling now. Okay, sorry guys, but this is the video. Tell me what you think. If you guys are curious about what's back here, there's actually nothing back there. We don't have the camera set. Just let me know what you think of the ideas. Let me know if there's if there's pros and cons with what you like with the ideas. You know, I know we're not gonna win them all, but we'd like to hear your feedback on the idea. Peace.